Hello, this is Senator John Laird. The fire and subsequent flare-up at the Moss Landing Battery Storage Facility have been a tragedy for our community and our region. The fire burned for several days and raised serious concerns within the community about toxic smoke and ash for humans, for animals, and for the food we eat and the water we drink. Since the fire, I have worked alongside state environmental and energy agencies and local government to push for investigations into the incident and to encourage appropriate monitoring of environmental and public health impacts. I will continue to work to ensure that this information is gathered and made available to the public. I want to express my gratitude to the first responders who worked tirelessly to protect residents, contain the fire, and keep the public informed. Their dedication has been invaluable during this challenging time. Whether it's the fires in Los Angeles, more intense hurricanes in the southeast, or the ravages of atmospheric rivers on our own coast, the effect of climate change is here, and it will only get worse. It is urgent that California meet its goal of getting off fossil fuels in California by 2045. Solar and wind power are key to meeting that goal. But we can't have a reliable electricity grid without a system where power from the sun and wind is stored for the times when the sun isn't shining and the wind isn't blowing. But we also have to make sure that new battery storage facilities do not move ahead in California without being safe for the people who live around them. A critical step moving forward is preventing another tragedy like the one in Moss Landing. That is my goal in authoring Senate Bill 283. Working with the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers and the California Professional Firefighters, I am introducing legislation to enshrine national first-class building standard requirements for these facilities and mandate that these facilities work closely with emergency services in the communities they're built in. In the coming weeks, I will also be working closely with committee staff, battery experts, emergency services officials, and others on possible additional steps. We must take a closer look at our existing battery storage facilities to make sure we do not experience another Moss Landing. For existing facilities, the California Public Utilities Commission has stood up their Battery Storage Safety and Enforcement Unit. This unit is actively assessing risk of every battery storage facility under their oversight to prioritize safety, inspection, and audits based on the highest risk facilities. Included in their efforts is the monitoring of the enforcement of Senate Bill 38, which I authored in 2023, to require safety plans for battery storage facilities. I will be monitoring this process closely as it plays out. Specifically, Senate Bill 283 will mandate that new battery storage facilities adhere to National Fire Protection NFPA 855 standards, which is widely recognized as the most comprehensive battery storage safety and hazard mitigation standards. It will further require that before an application is submitted to either the California Energy Commission or a local jurisdiction, developers must meet with local fire authorities to discuss facility design, gather input on mitigating risks, and solicit input on emergency response plans, such as those required by my Senate Bill 38. Before a facility goes online, it must undergo an inspection by local fire authorities or the state fire marshal if a local chooses to defer their authority. The facility owner will be responsible for covering the cost of the inspection. I am committed to further developing the bill to prevent the construction of new battery storage facilities within combustible buildings. There are three major energy goals in California. Move away from fossil fuels to a greener electrical grid. Have safe, and I repeat, safe, reliable, renewable energy sources, and keeping the lights on. Achieving all three simultaneously is no small task. These goals cannot be compromised or pitted against one another. They must be met together. SB 283 provides a crucial tool and safeguard to ensure battery storage facilities are built and maintained with the highest level of safety and oversight by our local fire officials.